Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. Alright. So this is part 5 of my series of Halloween, the Day of the Dead, Muerte, Dia de Muerte. That means the Day of the Dead in Spanish, Espanol. Um this is the fifth series, fifth part of the series actually. And I was man, all everyone is special to me. Everybody, every part has been special to me. With me, this person, Whitney Houston, she's been. I mean, musically, she came in very young with a steamrolling voice. Like you seen like something like her voice is that powerful. Like it'll stop you in your tracks. Like when I first heard it, like when you listen to like when she matured to the Bodyguard soundtrack, you just knew like a real force and things. I see a hummingbird right now just floating, but I never ever get to see a hummingbird. But anyway, but the hummingbird sings. So, but yeah, that's the craziest thing. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to lose focus. But yeah, Whitney Houston. She was I remember watching the movie The Bodyguard when I was a young kid, man. I was like, damn, that woman is a gorgeous woman. The singing, her voice was like it's immaculate. And like man, I remember even watching my house, like the household I was living in was a Christian household, a background of my so like I got to see the preacher's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like I never would have, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I've seen it. I'm like, man, why did she go with the angel? Like instead of going with the motherfuckers and the human. I mean, the human, like, you know what I'm saying, would like, you know what I'm saying? But that was the preacher. You know, of course, the movie The Preacher's Wife. But yeah. But I just wanted to. I was like, man, as a youngin, I was like, man, this is a gorgeous woman. Like, I remember some comedian I forgot said like every woman wanted to be like Whitney because she was skinny and she could sing. You know what I'm saying? But things like I always like I always love Whitney, man, regardless of whatever people got to say. I don't even want to hear that because I learned and understood what that was about because they started to realize this existence is not even intriguing to them. When people, go that route or whatever. And she was when she started, doing what she was doing, it's like it's no problem. I mean, I understand when people go through what they go through. You know what I'm saying? But like that means she was reaching for something even higher elevation wise, and she wasn't getting that. That's almost like how you can think of Lilith. Lilith, she was Eve. She was the snake. Um, but Lilith was Adam's first wife. So if you think about it that way, it's like wow, like she was waiting for that one to take her there, like spiritually and not just spiritually, because sexually is spiritual. It's a spiritual work or something. We just think of it as physical, but it's spiritually. If you can last a long time without releasing, you take the woman to a higher heights. So but like with Lilith, she wanted Adam to bring her more information. That's why she told him to eat from the tree, or as a snake, or as Eve told her to eat from the tree. When you told him to eat from the tree, when he did, the tree is Daath, Daath, or they might say the angel of death, or Daath is in the back of your neck. That's the highest part of melanin. So if you're eating from that tree, say if you cut open an apple, and you bite off an apple, and you leave it sitting there for maybe a few minutes, you see it start to get brown. That's melanin. So that just it's a reflection of when our ancestors, highly melanated people, so-called black people, made mythology, because that story is mythology. When we made mythology, they were trying to show us to go back into the unphysical. Those things you see in mythology are high science in mythology. So, man, I came to the place of Whitney Houston's passing, where she, this is part of my fifth part of the series. Um, um, everyone I've been to, I've gone to, everywhere I went to, I go to where they've passed it, not where they is I've done. This is Halloween, actually, of course, like I said before. So this is the Day of the Dead. So this is where they left their physical body. So with Whitney Houston, I just wanted to, give reverence and show appreciation for her being a muse. A muse as in an artist, singer, actress. So that's what a muse is. So like if people don't know, so I've been like every artist I go to, I'll listen to their music on the way to the spot where I'm going to where they pass. So I'm just like building up the energy, showing I'm coming to that spot, showing them that, and listen to that music. And when I get there, I do what I do, spiritually, with my information and how I do my things. So I just wanted to show reverence. This is Whitney's, man. Look at Whitney, like. Wow, I was just intrigued. This is like my own CDs or whatever, and so man, this is incredible. Like I've been here before, but I wanted to come again on this day. It was like I was prepping myself. I didn't know I was gonna do this on this day. I thought I was gonna be somewhere else on this day, but I was like, well, when I was out of state somewhere else. But like I'm glad I'm here because this is a great time. Because they actually been coming through, and she spoke to me. I have a video when she was showing me how Ray J and Brandy Norwood had something to do with her death. You can find. I'm not sure if you can still find it on YouTube. But after Whitney Houston's death, when they found her in the bathtub, you can find Ray J being covered up with somebody's blazer jacket, so they won't be able to see his face, but you see his face. And he's leaving out the back parking lot, not the front parking lot. So the film crew don't see him, but somebody was recording that night and you can see the video on YouTube, because remember she was like dating with Ray J. Okay, remember when you in Hollywood, you got to do certain things. If you're gonna be on TV, you're gonna be doing this and that. You gotta be on call when we want you. So when you on call, when we need you, and you still want to be in the limelight, you got to do what we tell you to do, or it's out of there. You out of there. You can't come back out here no more. So when you out on TV or on the radio, these are things that are controlled by people outside of. That's in the Hollywood sanctum, or in the entertainment sanctum, to the point where they can say yay or nay, or if you don't do anything sexual with these people, you can't come aboard this ship. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I remember the same. I still see this hummingbird coming back. Wow. I remember she passed the note to Brandy. It was Clive Davis, fuck Brandy. She had and fuck Ray J too. I don't know about Monica. She passed the note to Brandy. It was a note. It was Clive Davis in the middle. If you're facing those three, it was Monica on the right and Brandy on the left, and with of course Clive Davis in the middle. And she passed the note to Brandy, and as you can see, if you ever watch the video, you can see Clive Davis look at Whitney Houston's hands, her passing the note to Brandy. You can look, his face looks right at her hand, and then she passed it to her, and later, like she said, and Monica was like, she seemed so concerned. She's like, Whitney, you so wet. I said, oh baby, I was just swimming earlier, and so I'm like, man. And like, I feel like it was an attempt earlier that day. And then later on that night, that's when everything happened. So, but yeah, Whitney showed me a few things, and I made a video about that on my page a few years, like about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, probably. If I'm mistaken, it's like 2 years, a year and a half ago. Yeah. And I put it out, and you can find it on my page somewhere. But but Whitney Houston, she's very strong. Just because somebody's not in the physical body, all I keep saying is listen to their music. When you listen to their music, they can be able to talk to you. They can talk to you and see, you can see certain things, and it'll make some things, it just come to you. Like when she was like, when I made that video, she was like standing there right there, like whispering in my ear, talking to me. But yeah, I'm gonna show you where I'm at, and I'm gonna at the Beverly Hilton, where Whitney Houston had passed and left her physical body. Ashe. Okay, I'm setting out my candle for Whitney Houston, and also I'm gonna pour out some liquor too also. But what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna light this up. Remember, it's part of your magic. Do not go back to the same spot and check and see if anybody did to your anything to your things you leave behind for your rituals, because that makes your magic. It was like you have to check on something to make sure it's done right. But no, when you do it, it's done. Don't ever go back or look back at it. Okay? Okay, that's part of your magic. I'm pouring out some liquor for Whitney Houston too also. Okay, Ashe. Rise in power, Whitney Houston, Ashe. 9/11, 11/9 is Lakshmi or Ishtar. All right, and those are female deities too also. All right, Ashe, Whitney Houston, Ashe.